Kevin Durant scored 28 points, Stephen Curry heated up in the fourth quarter and scored 24, Andre Iguodala knocked down all three of his three-point field goal attempts, and the Warriors pulled away from a plucky Jazz team to win their final home game before the All-Star break 115-108. Here were my three big takeaways from the Warriors' 16th win in their last 17 games. There's only one Draymond Green, Duran, Bay Area News Group. If Draymond Green wins the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year award in June, or is it July? I have no idea when the NBA's contrived and unwatchable season-ending awards show is. It might be because of Tuesday's game. Of course, one game doesn't win a DPOY, but it can make a big impression, and in a contest where the reigning award winner, Rudy Gobert, took on the 2017 winner, Green, there was no question that it was the latter who was better at their craft. Green remains the most versatile defender in an NBA that values defensive versatility, but so far this campaign, he has only shown that brilliance in spurts. As of late, though, he's been combining those spurts into stretches. And on Tuesday, that stretch seemed to last an entire game. Green was everywhere against the Jazz. Inside or out, he was indomitable. His help-side defense, the trademark of a great Green defensive performance, was otherworldly, as he was beating Jazz players to spots all night, and if the ball was moved before they reached Green, somehow the Warriors forward was able to be in position to stop that other player, too. He was like Nightcrawler from X-Men, teleporting from one spot on the court to another with near instantaneousness. Like Gobert, a peeking Green changes the entire team defense in front of him. His defensive genius covered up the still glaring susceptibility of DeMarcus Cousins against the pick-and-roll on Tuesday. Boogie finished with the best FNSFA rating amongst all starters, while his ability to beat the defenses safety, surveying everything in front of him, allowed Stephen Curry, 4 steals, and Klay Thompson to play aggressive on-ball defense on the perimeter. They knew that Green had them backed up. But unlike Gobert, Green can also make plays on the perimeter. He does not need to slag off on defense against smaller players, he can guard them one-on-one. Who else in the NBA can adroitly guard 1 through 5 at this level? No one, if you ask me. There's no question in my mind that Green is the best defender in the NBA. I've argued that he's the modern-day Bill Russell. Call it hyperbolic if you must, but I stand by it. To win DPOY, though, Green will need to string together at least 20-plus games like Tuesday's down the stretch. And given the age we live in, he'll need some viral marketing along the way, too. That's simply the reality of the situation. Given his injury-laden, less than stellar start to the season, Green has ground to make up on the pack, Gobert, Paul George, and Joel Embiid, but seeing as there is no frontrunner for the award, there's no reason to write no. 23 out of the running just yet. And if he keeps playing like he played on Tuesday, it'd be a travesty if he didn't win the award. Yes, even with only a third of a season of excellence. A game to circle on the calendar, March 16th. Green proved a point against Gobert on Tuesday. But a little more than a month from now, the Thunder in Georgia will host the Warriors. That game was already must-see TV, but I have a feeling that we'll see something truly special from Green in that contest. Klay Thompson is making his case for accolades, too. Duran, Bay Area News Group. Let's keep talking about everyone's favorite subject, defense. Klay Thompson turned in another tremendous two-way performance on Tuesday, with his defense somehow surpassing his 22-point, 64% shooting offensive night. Thompson's main mark for most of the night was Utah's precocious second-year guard Donovan Mitchell. The runner-up for last year's Rookie of the Year carries a heavy load for the Jazz, as he's the only player on the team who can both create his own shot and make it. Mitchell went 10 of 29 from the field. Add up everything and he had a woeful true shooting percentage of 41. The NBA no longer provides these stats after games, but of those 10 made field goals, I'd bet that the majority came when Thompson wasn't actually guarding Mitchell. Yeah, Klay had a great defensive night. That's becoming the norm. Put this man on an NBA all-defense team this summer. It's also worth noting that Thompson played despite doing this to his finger in the first quarter. NOOOOOOPE picked out twitter.com/wetterjack Dieter Kurtenbach, @dkurtenbach, February 13, 2019. Yeah, this guy is as tough as nails. DeMarcus Cousins is breaking stereotypes. Doug Durant, Bay Area News Group. Cousins might be a lame duck in pick-and-roll defense, but damned if he isn't trying his best at the moment. This might be the first time anyone has said this about Cousins in his professional career, but you simply cannot knock the big man's hustle. Cousins' knock in Sacramento and New Orleans was that he was talented but disinterested. When he was on, he was one of the best players in the NBA, but when he was off, well, there's a reason he's with the Warriors, and it's not solely because he injured his Achilles tendon. His game is still a work in progress. There are tarps and sawdust everywhere, and it's anyone's guess as to what the finished product will look like, if the Warriors even see a finished product. But Cousins does, in fact, break through a conditioning wall in the coming weeks. Look out. An engaged boogie is an unstoppable boogie, and there are plenty of reasons to believe that at some point this season, we'll see a mesh point of effort and talent.